Hey there, and welcome back. Today we're going to tie the honey badger caddis emerger. I developed this pattern when I was on Henry's Fork, and I had a lot of caddis hatches going on, and for some reason I tried one of these and it worked just frightfully good, so it's become a standard in my box. Starting out with a caddis scud hook here. This is a size 18 light wire, and for thread I've got some Semperfli 18-aught white. I'll go ahead and start this on the hook here. Bring this down a little ways, trim that off. I'm going to tie in the abdomen material. This has no tail, it's a caddis. So this is the abdomen material. It's some micro tubing, some midge micro tubing in a dark golden stone color. I've done this also with a chartreuse abdomen in chartreuse green. That works really well. You can do it with a creamy latex color. A lot of it depends upon the color of the caddis that are coming off and the larvae and the pupa that come off. Sometimes you'll have those little green rockworm type caddis larvae that are coming off, and that's when the chartreuse one works really well. I find this honey badger color, I call this the honey badger color, works really well many times. And sometimes I'll just fish multiple colors just to see what might be working at the time. And build up a little body here because this tubing is transparent, translucent, and the color of what's underneath kind of shows through. I'm going to wrap this tubing up to give myself the abdomen here. Wrap up about 2/3 of the way. Go ahead and tie that off and trim it. Next I'm going to put in the wing. The wing, I'm using this natural dark dun CDC. You can either use natural CDC you get off the birds. I've got a hunting friend, Dale, that provides me with a lot of CDC. Thank him profusely for that all the time. Or you can get this stuff at your local fly shop. For this, I'm going to take, depending upon the size of the feathers, sometimes 3, sometimes 4 of these little CDC feathers. I'm going to align the tips here. This is going to be a back-facing wing, so I'm going to take this natural dark CDC here, it's kind of a mottled colored wing here. I'm going to place it over the back so it's right just short of the end of the hook there. I'm going to capture that and tie it in here. Don't worry if the tips aren't fully aligned, you can always trim those. I'm going to trim off the butts here and tie them down. You see, if the tips don't actually align, you kind of just give them a little haircut. Pull them up a little bit, give them a slight trim, and give them the length that you want there and the shape that you want. I'm going to put in the abdomen or the thorax here, and for that I'm going to use this natural hair's ear mask. And this is natural hair color. And I've got this little dubbing tool, scraper tool here from Hairline as well. If you haven't seen one of these are the greatest, especially if you've got rabbit fur or ear mask like this. There's your mask. What you have to do is find the section that you want and you can choose the color of hair that you want to grab. Give it a couple of strokes with the little comb here, and it pulls out all the little hair's ear fibers perfectly for you. And take those fibers and put them on the hook here. Well, hair's ear is naturally spiky and kind of rough, so that's the intent of having that here. You want to have a fuzzy, rough thorax here. We put this on in front and stroke behind here. Myself a big thorax. In the front and finish. That's basically all there is to it. The idea is to have this abdomen hanging down on the surface film, the CDC, keeping it floating on top, and you have this hare's ear, like the legs and the emerging caddis body coming out. So that is my honey badger caddis emerger. Try it during the caddis hatch, during the onset of the hatch. Give it a try. It works great. Happy tying.